Hi, welcome to the exam analysis of Maharashtra CET 2018 for 5-year integrated law program. This exam is jointly conducted by Maharashtra State CET Cell and Directorate of Higher Education. This exam is essential for 5-year integrated law program for more than 10,000 seats across various institutes and universities in Maharashtra. Maharashtra CET is a computer-based test with 150 questions divided in 5 sections. Total time is 120 minutes with no sectional timings. Marking system is +1 for every correct and there are no negative markings in this particular exam. Let us start the analysis with the first section, that is legal aptitude and legal reasoning. In all, there were total 40 questions in this particular section. All the questions were based on principle and facts. Questions from Contracts and Partnership Act had the highest weightage, that is 19 to 20 questions. Next highest weightage, around 13 to 14 questions were given to Criminal Act and around 6 to 7 were miscellaneous questions. There were no traces of legal GK or legal maxims in this particular section. This legal section can easily or comfortably handled by those students who have practiced principle-based question very well. I would rate this particular section as easy section. An ideal time to be allocated for this section would be 40 minutes with around 36 plus genuine attempts with an ideal score of around 32 marks. Moving on to our second section, which is general knowledge with current affairs. A total of 30 questions divided into static and current affairs were asked. Unlike last year, static GK had less weightage and the questions like founders of Brahmo Samaj or objective of Niti Aayog scheme were asked in this particular section. Current affairs had higher weightage compared to last year and the questions based on 36 national games, Vajra Prahar or Kratosat 2 satellite by ISRO, first transgender to be appointed in police or Jojila Pass location were sample questions asked from current affairs. A student having a good read over the last 6 months newspaper would definitely clear this particular section with a higher weightage. Level of difficulty for this particular section was easy compared to last year. An ideal attempt would be around 25 attempts and an ideal score would be approximately 20 marks in around 10 minutes of time. The third section, logical and analytical reasoning. This particular section came as a surprise to many of the Maharashtra CET exam takers. Out of total 40 questions, the highest weightage was for arrangements and puzzles, which had around 3 sets. Linear and circular arrangements were a bit tricky, so one must definitely check the set before getting into solving these particular sets. There were 6 to 7 questions based on syllogisms, which were easy. Statement assumption and statement conclusion types of questions were also easy. Surprisingly, there was one set of input-output data structure, which was a bit tricky to solve. Apart from that, one more surprising element was mathematical inequality based puzzles, which was again difficult to solve for majority of the students. Couple of questions were definitely from coding, decoding, direction sense and blood relations, which are again easy. However, these sets of data structure, mathematical inequality and arrangement and puzzles made the paper or this particular section bit difficult to solve. As per my logic, this particular section was definitely difficult and one must allocate approximately 40 minutes of the time to attempt around 30 plus questions. The ideal correct questions or genuine questions or marks should be around 24 plus. Section 4, English. This particular section could have been one of the scoring sections because if a student has a good command over vocabulary, grammar and reading comprehension, could clearly score a good marks out of these 30 questions. There was one passage based on China labor law as a reading comprehension, out of which total 10 questions, around 6 to 7 were easily solvable and majority of them were based on antonyms and synonym and direct questions. There were also questions based on error detection and sentence corrections. Apart from that, there were a couple of questions based on parajumbles and spotting the incorrect spellings. This particular section could have easily been solved in 20 minutes and was easy to moderate. The ideal attempts, or should I say genuine attempts, should be around 25 plus with a good score of around 22 plus in this section. The last one, which is mathematical aptitude, which has around 10 questions out of 150, the least weightage in this particular paper. Majority of the questions were arithmetic based, which is nothing but a application of time, speed, distance, nothing but trains and boats and streams, profit and loss, time and work, averages, simple interest, compound interest and other arithmetic equations. There were a couple of questions based on data sufficiency also, which were easy. The overall level of difficulty of this particular section is moderate. The ideal time allocation should be not more than 10 minutes with an ideal attempt of 8 plus question with a good score of around 6 plus. Out of total 150 questions in Maharashtra CET, a well-prepared student is expected to have good attempts of around 124 plus with a good score of around 104 plus. A student scoring 104 plus would probably end up getting into top 5 law programs of DHE Maharashtra. Apart from that, the paper was well balanced with just reasoning section being tough compared to last year. There were no errors reported or observed in any of the questions. Neither there were any technical glitches observed. Wish you all the best for the results.